Tomorrow, we will be seeing a massive $5 billion distribution from FTX in stablecoins to all its creditors. And this is nearly 2% of all the stablecoin supply. And while this is happening, we are starting to see the major breakout on Ethereum is starting to take place here. I'm going to be talking exactly about this breakout target because I really think we are about to create a very similar move like we did last time around here. So I'm going to give an update on my trade I have opened up on this breakout. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, what I think is going to be happening next year. What does this $5 billion repayment means? And of course, what is this going to be doing with the market right now? What is this going to be doing with our forecast? What will this be doing with our upcoming trades? And much more important stuff will be discussed obviously on this video. So don't forget to once again slap all that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. And actually, to kick off the video, I straight away want to be saying that once again, BlackRock bought over $480 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday and over $52 million worth of Ethereum. And you can see the amount of inflows we've seen from BlackRock. It is absolutely insane. They are accumulating, and they are not stopping. And this is of course one of the reasons why Bitcoin is probably holding so strong above that $107,000 level. But basically, we are of course creating higher highs, higher lows, but right now in the imminent short term, we are of course for the first time creating a lower high right here, but ultimately we are still in that upward sloping trend line, right? But we did broke below it. So now what I'm going to be doing is look at this very important horizontal level. If we do, however, break below this horizontal support box, I do think we could be in for a bigger breakdown on Bitcoin, and then probably the next big target of support is going to be laying around $101,000. But of course, that is only going to be the case if we do break that level of support here. I mean, we're still getting a lot of buy pressure, getting supported by BlackRock. But yesterday also, we got a major announcement that GameStop bought over 4,700 Bitcoins. So that is of course also very great news here. And of course, more and more people are trying to adopt that strategy that Michael Saylor also has here. Like we know, I yesterday discussed it on the video, but Trump is also raising $2.5 billion to be also buying Bitcoin. So apparently a lot of companies are interested in buying Bitcoin right now here. But the big story is that tomorrow we're going to get a $5 billion distribution, and very important, in stablecoins to the creditors of FTX here. And this is nearly 2% of all the stablecoin supply hitting the market in once. And of course, as soon as there's going to be so much stablecoin supply hitting the market, there's obviously going to be doing something with the market, right? It's obviously going to kickstart probably another major rally, whether it's going to be on Bitcoin, whether it's going to be on altcoins, we still yet have to see here. But if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now here, we just had that golden cross, obviously. Historically, we always see a slight little correction, and that is also exactly what we have seen here. And only after that, see a big rally towards the upside. So something similar potentially could be playing out this time around again here. And honestly, if I just look at Bitcoin and removing the upward sloping support line, we're just still in the middle of a new consolidation phase. Whether you're going to be approaching it like this in this descending triangle, or whether you're going to be approaching it like still this symmetrical triangle, but of course a different trend line, you could still approach it from many different levels. And honestly, we are just still in a major consolidation phase, and a big breakout is still loading for Bitcoin. And that is, of course, currently what we're looking at. I mean, the best thing is that we broke above the previous all-time high, and now that we're still trading above that level, so really creating somewhat of a supported level. And basically what we're doing is clearing the majority of the sell orders. I mean, you can see we are having millions and millions and millions worth of inflows, but Bitcoin is not doing anything. So really what we're doing right now is just clearing those sell orders around this level. And that is, of course, ultimately a very great thing, because as soon as the sell orders fade away, we are obviously going to be seeing that big push higher. And really where I want to be talking about, and really where I think the big move is currently laying, is not necessarily on Bitcoin, but more on Ethereum, because I do believe that right now Ethereum is about to create another massive move, just like we had last time around here towards the upside. Ethereum created this massive gold candle towards the upside from about, what was it, $1,700 all the way up to $2,600, which was like a 43% pump in a matter of 3 days here. And I think something similar is likely going to be happening again here. And it is right now that we're breaking outside of the ascending triangle. We actually also just saw a retest of this level. And of course, we're going to get the $5 billion repayment. And at the same time, we are seeing negative funding rates on Ethereum, which means that we could be in for a massive short squeeze. We are right now seeing that breakout, of course, take place here. I mean, I have many analysis and many charts that are right now thinking that yes, indeed, the best part of altcoin season always happens at the end of the cycle. And we are seeing, of course, massive things like Meta launching its own stablecoin on Ethereum later this year. And about 3.5 billion users are about to be onboarded to Ethereum. And of course, we learned that from the Bitcoin dominance, usually in the later part of the cycle. So at the end stage of the cycle of the Bitcoin halving, we tend to see, of course, Bitcoin dominance drop the hardest. And that is, of course, where usually Ethereum take back its territory. Honestly, I am super excited for what is about to be happening next year. Ethereum is, of course, bouncing against Bitcoin. I think we are in for a bigger bounce higher. I have discussed many times my price targets already, but I think we're going to be moving up to $4,000. I am having major spot trades. I am having major other trades open as well here. This trade you can currently see, which is in $6,000 in profit. We opened it all together on the channel. You can still copy my exact trade if you go to the link description of today's video. If you did copy this trade here whenever we opened it, you are making insane amounts of profit. If you right now don't want to be opening up this trade as well here, you can right now go to the highest link description of today's video to sign up an account to Pionex. And if you do so, guys, up on registration, you will already get a free $30 towards $100 for absolutely free here. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. But definitely, I am looking for a massive trade here. I'm going to be taking my profit on $4,000. And I really think this next breakout is right now taking place here on Ethereum. And I am betting heavily on it. And I don't think we're going to be easily fly up to $4,000. But I think the breakout target of this ascending triangle is going to be bringing us up somewhere around 3,200 towards 3,000 US dollars for the Ethereum price action right now here. And I mean, we are seeing that bullish crossover on the 2-week MACD here. We are in that later stage of the cycle right now for Bitcoin. We are seeing all these breakouts take place here. And of course, the ultimate target for Bitcoin is going to be 140 towards about 130,000 US dollars for this bull market. So I still think we have a slight little leg to go up for Bitcoin. But of course, this is going to be the last leg of the cycle, in my opinion. And this is the leg where probably Ethereum is going to be shining. So I am looking at this trade. We're breaking out of the ascending triangle. And yeah, if I'm also looking at most of the other charts here, if we're going to be looking at the risk of buying altcoins right now here, it is becoming fairly low here since altcoins have not really been performing very strongly. We are seeing total value locked growing massively on altcoins. We're seeing a very similar fractal on Ethereum compared to Bitcoin. We're seeing also a very similar fractal on Ethereum compared to gold. And we all know what happened afterwards. And of course, if it's not even going to be making the fractal, but only goes towards the top side of the region, which is that 5 point, we're already going to sit about $4,000 or even higher. And of course, if we go to $4,000, we're going to be absolutely print a massive amount of money on Ethereum, because $4,000 from where we opened up our major trades here, which was on the exact bottom, guys, on $1,500. And of course, literally from the trades I opened all together with you guys out there, I'm going to be printing more than $2.5 million. So that is, of course, absolutely insane here. So yeah, that is why I'm going to be going full out of the market whenever Ethereum is going to be hitting 4,000 US dollars. So let's try it out here. Let's see how it is going to be going here. But ultimately, also, if we're going to be looking at the total value locked here, we are seeing that BlackRock's bottle stablecoin is performing absolutely very strong here. And of course, the more market share they're going to gain here, the more users they're ultimately going to be adopting towards the crypto space here. So I'm very excited, and I really think we could be in for a major institutional run, not only on Bitcoin, but also on Ethereum. You can start to see, if you look at the Ethereum ETF, flows are really returning towards the Ethereum ETF right now here. There's definitely something big changing up here. We're hitting new cumulative all-time highs on the spot Ethereum ETF here, with once again BlackRock buying major amounts of Ethereum right now here. So there's a clear fundamental shift happening right now here, and I don't want you to be not paying attention. So this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from this video, don't forget to stomp that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.